Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the first episode. Here,
Yeah,
my
buddy.
man Logan. We wanted to start this because we're tired. We're tired of all the misconceptions when it comes to movies and things. People just don't enjoy movies for what they are, man. Like we talked about this a bunch, like the grifting and everything. Just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
So we're here to talk through what we like about movies, especially the comic book stuff. Me and Logan are it's ingrained in our DNA. The
As you can
omni
see with the bookshelf behind me.
Yeah, you can't tell, but I got signed comics up there from my, what you call it from. Oh my God, I said
you had
Seth
you had a you
MacFarlane,
had a Brian Todd
Brian,
McFarlane, right? And
Todd
Brian Michael
McFarlane,
Bendis.
Brian Michael Bendis. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Damn, I almost
Seth MacFarlane.
had a damn aneurysm just now. But at this point in time, everybody knows the Spider-Man trailers have come out. The Avengers Doomsday trailers come out. That's kind of been like the big topic between me and you about some of the
Mhm.
theories. So instead of like watching a trailer straight out, there's enough reactions on YouTube to that stuff. We'll kind of give our like in-depth opinions on some of the
Yeah.
things that we see. So for those that don't know, I'm Dante. That's Logan. And yeah, let's go
Let's
ahead
do
and
it.
just dig right into it, man. As
Yeah,
long as
buddy.
I can find the share button. Where's the share button at?
Something's coming.
So first of all, obviously this is an incursion.
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing could tell me any different. And then we'll just listen to the voice here.
Something we may not be able to deter before this day is done.
Suit's so good,
Shall be
bro.
faced with an unthinkable decision.
Now, yeah, obviously the suit's great. They did a really good job. We'll get into our theory on, theories on who this is. But first thing is first, the voice, man. I cannot, and I sent you videos of Mads Mikkelsen talking. I
Yeah.
cannot get that out my brain now.
I agree, but the thing is, Mads Mikkelsen did play the villain in the first Doctor Strange, but I guess they could recycle actors. But if that truly is RDJ's voice, which neither of us think it is, we think it's a psyop. But if that is RDJ's voice, that is incredible voice acting from him.
I guess the only thing that you can say about Mads Mikkelsen is when he talks normally, he talks pretty quickly
Yeah,
versus like this. But I mean, when he's in acting mode, right? Like, of course, he could slow his speech down. But isn't he Eastern European?
yeah, I think he's like Romanian or some shit.
So this would kind of match up to a Latvian person, I guess, that would be inspired with that type of
Oh,
accent.
he's Danish, so he's from Denmark. But
Danish. Well, same difference. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it. I think I think that's him. Because if you go back to like, and I had to do a little bit of research. If you go back to like 2022, 2023, the casting for Doctor Doom was Mads Mikkelsen everywhere. Like they
I
were so
always
interested
wanted
in having him.
Javier Bardem, man. I think he would have been incredible too.
That would have been a good one too. Yeah, I think anything's better than just recycling Robert Downey Jr. But again, we'll get into our theories about that.
Yeah,
But to me, if you go back and they wanted him to play Doctor Doom, and then it was like something came out the other day talking about how that kind of fell out of place or whatever, that
yeah,
would be like you said, like the biggest psyop ever of like, yeah, we're just gonna put some news out there so everybody thinks that Mads Mikkelsen is not Doctor Doom, and
yeah.
this would be a great opportunity for him to be, because I mean, you won't need to show his face, like, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
if
mean,
you
I,
don't
I
need,
could see them pulling something off like that where they like fake out him not being able to play the role and then he actually is the role. That would be very Marvelish.
mm-hmm.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together.
I can't get over Sam Wilson's face, bro.
Sunyan, yeah.
By the way, 100% between Reeds and Sue and Ben and Johnny, someone is standing there, bro. And I know this has been talked about ad nauseum, but I mean, there's way too many weird places where space is in this shot. Like, I mean, maybe we're all tripping balls and we're just trying to look too deep into this, but someone is between the Fantastic Four And I think there's other characters in this room. Obviously, I don't know. I've heard theories that Doom is the one in between the Fantastic Four.
But maybe it could have been we didn't see the whole scene, and Sue may have been here and walked over
Maybe,
to
yeah,
him as well while he's talking. Because I could see something like that happening too, right? Like on the other
yeah,
side of like, damn, Thor's like talking about that. This shit is crazy, right? And then
yeah.
she goes and clutches, with her husband, and it's like, oh man, this is crazy to hear this, from him. But if you look there on the left,
Mhm.
that's Bob, yo.
Maybe. And the other thing that I will say about this, the reason being why I think it's possible that Doom may not even be the threat that Thor's talking about in this scenario is because if the Avengers were being briefed on how much of a threat Doctor Doom is, why wouldn't Reed Richards be the one doing it?
And they've had history
Yeah.
before. So, and I mean, they didn't bring it up in the Fantastic Four movie that they didn't even. Well, they had the space. What
At the
was it like?
UN. At the
Yeah,
UN.
yeah, it was the UN, right?
Yeah.
Where it was supposed to be represented with Latveria, and I think
Yeah.
that was just saying that this is an actual place more than saying that Victor Von Doom is an actual person.
But no,
But
but the car, did the car not say that in front of his seat, Victor Von Doom? Did it not say that his name was supposed to be there? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it
I don't.
just said Latveria.
I think it said Latveria. Let me
Okay.
see. Doctor Doom T's UN. Let's see, Fantastic Four. I know somebody clipped the image of it somewhere and put it out there.
Yeah.
I think it just said Latveria.
And quick little side point, I hate that the Thing has a top to his suit.
I was just about to say that the suit top and the boots, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I get that like it's probably easier to CG because it's just like blue, but I mean he shouldn't have boots and he shouldn't have a top. It should just be straight up underwear, bro.
Yeah, straight up.
The dude is a
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why. You look at like Marvel Rivals example of what he looks like, and it's perfect. The voice is perfect too.
Yeah.
And we talked about this like way before, like, the guy that does his voice, forget his name. I know he's from like The Bear, right? But
Mhm.
like, why is he doing his voice? Like, it doesn't make me feel like he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will say this as a side point because I've heard mixed feelings. The jackets on Reed and Sue go hard as fuck, bro.
Oh, they do. Yeah,
I like them.
I like the new design that they have too.
I love the baby blue they went with too, because the Fantastic Four is usually like that very dark, boring blue, but I like the blue they went with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
And they died.
Let me go back right there. We talk about the best suit in the trailer so far. To me, outside of Doctor Doom, is the Namor.
Mm-hmm.
This is like it itches every comic book itch that I have for Namor, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want him with like the chesticles out, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and just the underwear. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we read, but this makes it. This suit is awesome, man.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna do it Atlantean, whether it's Namor or Aquaman, I mean, this is the look you go with. I mean, just imagine this as orange and frickin' Alexander Skarsgård in that. It would work for that as Aquaman as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got enough of the accents of scales on there too. It was funny. I told you on Twitter, somebody was like, "Is that Namor flying like Superman?" I was like, "Bro,
He can fly like Superman.
yeah, like y'all are dumb."
They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less.
Now, when we talked about this scene right here,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't never pause it, but that is definitely a Sentinel.
Yeah, that's
on the right.
100% the Sentinel. 100%.
So
What's
we
that
thought,
statue of though?
I don't know, but that man's got his meat out in the statue.
Yeah.
But it's insane. We thought this was a dream scenario where somebody
Yeah.
was telling them like this is the threat, and we thought it was probably our theory was
Odin or Loki?
Odin. Yeah, I think your theory was Odin. My theory was before. I think Loki's dying in this movie for sure.
I think a lot of people are dying and never coming back in this.
I think everybody's dying.
Everybody?
Everybody
Interesting. Okay.
for the full reset at the end.
Okay.
I mean, what are the so to me it's like if you did Thanos in Infinity War and he was able to snap, but it snapped half the people out, Imagine if how can you get better stakes than that? Well, saying that Doctor Doom is really the shit and killed everybody.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I could see it.
Than this one.
Everybody's talking about the CGI of the
CGI
lightning.
looks fine. I mean,
Yeah. Again, the grifting, man.
and like, listen, I'm no guy to say that CG hasn't gotten worse. It certainly has. I mean, we were talking about this earlier. Look at the CGI in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, especially the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Some of the best ever. But to say this is bad is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and this is a trailer, so it might not
Yeah.
be finished CGI. One thing everybody
People
talks
are
about
acting like this is the Flash CGI. That was real shit. That was
Man,
horrible.
that was
like
nasty
a
work.
PS2 game.
It looked like claymation at times. It was nasty
Play-Doh.
work. Oh yeah. Cyclops suit is awesome. And
Yeah.
the one thing I pointed out is thank God they didn't give him the yellow underwear.
Yeah, I'm all about the classic shit. Like, I love seeing a classic comic book suit Superman. But, like, bro, let's be honest. And this is to change gears a little bit to the underwear conversation. If Corn Sweat's suit just didn't have those stupid ass red underwear and they got rid of the collar, that would be the greatest Superman suit ever. And it's
Yeah.
like, look at this. There's no underwear. It's a little darker. It looks more grungy. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah, it looks great. I didn't mind the you know me, I'm more so like pro collar for Superman because I think it looks cool. But
I think
I
it
guess
can, like, if you're doing a new 52 type of design where it look like if they put it on Cavill with the more alien texture, I think it would look awesome. But Guns or Corn Sweat suit has like the rubber texture, so I don't think it really looks good.
yeah, that's nasty work. But yeah, the red underwear, it's kind of like we
It
have to
doesn't
grow
work,
beyond
man.
we have to grow beyond comics. Like comics, you can get away with it because you're not psychoanalyzing everything. But in a movie where you want it to be, if you're making a movie with real people, you got to make it somewhat realistic to make it not look stupid, right?
I just want to preface this with the fact that I love Superman 2025. Dante does not like it, so we differ on that. But I'm not
Yeah.
just a James Gunn, David Cornsweat hater. I think the movie's great, but the suit's fucking whack, bro.
But your reasoning for liking it versus my reason for liking Man of Steel, we came down the middle and said, yeah, I could see that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you like the traditional, hopeful Spider-Man, Superman that's trying to do everything he can. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants to have his hands in every single pot as long as he can manage it, right?
Yeah.
And then feel bad when he can't help. I looked at Man of Steel as kind of like, I mean, me and you agreed the best flight sequence ever is when he first got
Bro,
the suit.
with Hans Zimmer's score
Hans Zimmer's score is nasty
and
work.
the first flight scene in Man of Steel is the greatest scene in a Superman movie ever.
Yeah.
There's no conversation at all about any other scene, in my opinion.
Because to me, the Man of Steel conversation for me is kind of like David Cornsweet was what 3 or 4 years into him doing the job. You got to think like Henry Cavill. This was his first time like
Yeah.
trying to deal with. He knew that he was strong, but he didn't know that he was like save the world. There was other Kryptonians. You know, he didn't know all of that. So like, I mean, if somebody was coming down to fight you from a different planet that's got the same powers as you, unfortunately, people were gonna die. Like, I hate the fact that people didn't think that there was gonna be some casualties from these super alien people coming down that are fighting somebody. Like, I think Zack Snyder nailed it with that. The only thing that I didn't like in the movie was literally like he couldn't save his dad from a tornado. Like,
Yeah, that was like my son that can move at the speed of light and disguise his identity. Please don't save me. Like, what the fuck are we doing, Kevin Costner?
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, he could have came out, ran out there, grabbed him, and took him to the farm for all we know. Like,
Yeah.
like Superman can't survive a tornado. Like, let's be real. But to me, the best part of that movie, and then we'll come back to the trailer, is like people complain about the lasers being used in the building while General Zod was trying to kill the people and everything, and it's kind of like, dude, if you're in that moment while you're trying to find your identity and your way your whole life, knowing that you were different, and you find out that this is like your cousin, I don't know if I would. I think I would be as conflicted as well. Like, I know I gotta kill him, but it's just the thought in the moment of like, I gotta do this, but it sucks ass because this is all I know of my family.
Well,
So
this is a conversation that I think a lot of comic book fans need to like show some nuance on, because you know me, Batman's my favorite superhero. I think the no kill rule is pivotal to his character, and it's very important. And I hate Zack Snyder's interpretation of the character. With that being said, I think to actually show growth for Batman as a character, to write new stories, to show that we're not just going to be recycling the same shit over and over again, I think DC writers should let Batman kill Joker and see how he deals with that.
it should be. It should be, and it would be pivotal. It would be pivotal, and it would be justified. Like I
Bro,
can't.
at this point, you not killing him is a bigger disservice to humanity. And why does Gotham not have a death penalty? What are we doing, bro?
Yeah, it's nasty work. We definitely have to talk about the nuances of DC Comics, because they're more prone to doing that than Marvel is. Marvel will take chances and see if it works,
Yeah.
and then the moral code comes out of a lot of fans. Like, you really can't change that, and then they end up going back on their word. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, again, we're not, this podcast is going to sit up here and argue with each other. Like, we see both points of views on this thing. I'm a Man of Steel guy. You're a Superman 2025 guy. It's fine. We can meet in the middle. I didn't say it was a horrible movie. It's just, it's not.
However, we're both a Snyder Cut guy. We both think that movie's fucking sick.
Yeah, exactly. We got to get rid of this man.
Why is he in this shit? Like I said the other day, it's okay in Deadpool because it's a meme, but like in Doomsday, are we serious, bro?
I get it, bro. I get it. If this happened 5 years ago,
Yeah.
or 5 years ago before Deadpool and Wolverine, it would have been fine.
Get Theo Von as Gambit.
I mean, we both agree Austin Butler.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
he would absolutely destroy the role.
And Johnny Depp in his prime would have crushed it.
Mm-hmm. And welcome back, Shang-Chi.
Finally.
One thing that us comic book heads know one thing. We don't think that Shang-Chi is going to be this prominent character ever.
Yeah.
He's a great side character. And
He taught Spider-Man how to fight properly.
He taught a lot of people how to fight. They used to come to him to be like, yo, I need to refine my skills. He's cool as that mentor, get you to the next level of combat type of dude.
Yeah.
But giving him the 10 rings and, he could be a side character. And I like Simu. What's his name? Simu Liu? Like, yeah. I like him as Shang-Chi. I didn't even think that. I enjoyed that movie. Aquafina is fucking horrible.
Fucking God. Bro, I thought outside of Aquafina, fuck that bitch. But like for the first half of the movie, when it was like a kung fu classic like combat thriller, I thought it was really cool. And then when they went into the Narnia bullshit, I'm like, okay, this movie just became ass. So it was like, I don't know how to feel about Shang-Chi. I've only seen it once. I do need to rewatch it. But for the first half, I loved it, and then it just went down the drain. But I think him as the character is really good.
Yeah, he's fantastic, but they do need to nerf him just a little bit.
Yeah.
And make him a side character. And it's okay. Like, trying to propel these characters like Wonder Man and him to being like, I don't think Wonder Man's ever going to be prominent in any of the storylines, but you can kind of see like the more successful a character is when it comes to the money, we got to put them in the spotlight. And that's why your boy Channing Tatum is here. It's freaking stupid.
Fucking Magic Mike.
Right.
They sacrificed.
One thing I want you guys to notice here is the ring that's being worn.
Yeah.
I think this is Steve Rogers. And I think this part is Loki coming to talk to Steve about what's going to happen.
Okay.
For nothing.
So I kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the orange background.
Everything.
It's an orange background
They
here.
sacrificed.
It would make sense that Loki gave him the card and said, I work for I own the TVA basically at this point.
Yeah.
And an incursion is coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it the orange theme here is something that people just haven't picked up on yet.
Yeah.
If we do not stand together.
Pause here. I will give Twitter credit with this. This shot is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
This looks bad.
Yeah, this looks bad, and I do appreciate the waves being up in the background. That's a nice little touch to, of course, where they're at. But in the original trailer, when they were, when the Thing and M'Baku were first talking, this was almost the same exact scene cut, and they didn't show any water. So you notice that they're adding things in. How do you feel about the teal accents
On Black Panther?
Shuri's suit? Yeah.
Why isn't it purple?
And
Why isn't it purple? I mean, I don't think it looks bad, but it should be purple.
I don't mind her being Black Panther because we read about that in the comics.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't really give a shit. I thought Wakanda Forever was good. I think for Chadwick Boseman's legacy, they should have just retired the character. But I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, they're gonna recast it, and I mean, if they do, what we eventually know is gonna be Secret Wars. There's gonna be multiple timelines and multiple Black Panthers. Anyways, they're just gonna have to choose one. So, I mean. And that's going to be conflicting because they're probably going to cast like 3 good, actors that are playing Black Panther, and everybody's going to be conflicted on the one that they choose. So we'll let Marvel figure that shit out, though. And the Thing's hand shaking in M'Baku's hand is outrageous.
Do not stand together.
I mean, look at this.
I know that dude fucking stinks, bro.
M'Baku is basically shaking his thumb at this point.
What I don't understand, and the Thing is not Hulk sized, but you couldn't make him a little bit taller. I mean, Jesus Christ.
What do we talk about the Fan 4-stick one? Like,
oh my god, yeah.
The Thing in there looked cool, and he was big as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people hate that design because he looks like the heel of someone with like bad skin. But like, I mean, I'm not mad at it. If they just made him a little shorter and gave him pants, it would have been a cool design.
Yeah, exactly.
Put aside your petty squabbles.
Here's another one that people complain about, bro.
I know. Yeah, I don't mind the look for Mystique.
The thing is, they wanted the skull. She's got the skull on the little head thing. I like the design. What's her name? Rebecca Romijn. She's older, and they didn't make her look like she aged with this makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a comic accurate suit. I think it looks badass. I don't give a shit about the hair. Like, she's a mutant, bro. I mean, how many times is she gonna damn change into people?
Yeah.
And one thing, Sora hit me up and he was like, "What if in this scene, when she changes into Yelena, what if she changes into Black Widow?" And I was telling him, I'm like, well, first of all, that wouldn't happen because she doesn't even know who Black Widow is. So why would she even do that?
Yeah.
And even if she did know. That the only other thing that conflicts with that, if she was trying to play head games with it, let's say she did know who Black Widow is, why would the X-Men be attacking them? Because Black Widow would obviously tell them that, like, my sister and them are the good guys. They would never attack each other in this timeline. So I was like, that doesn't make sense. But if they do that, I'm going to just roll my eyes because Mystique can only change into people that she's seen.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that would be weird.
It doesn't make sense. I think the transformation looked really good though, but somebody was like, "I'm enough of this nanotech." Like, bro,
that was rage bait.
Yeah.
Presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brother.
Okay, so here's another thing. I love the fact that they got these two back. Just how many times are we gonna see Professor X get killed? Finally, just kill both of these dudes off and just. It is such a blessing to have Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen one more time on screen as these characters.
Yeah, but they are both actively shitting their pants in adult diapers.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are we doing, bro?
But still, this is a great send off for them. Don't bring them back. Just
oh my god, that'd be crazy.
The last send off because they could have died at any time. Like, not trying to be morbid, but like
they're both in their 80s.
Yeah, they're old as shit.
You return.
The
Okay.
fuck is Ant-Man doing here?
I don't know.
Go get Doom, Ant-Man.
So what's your theory behind this? Because I've heard so many different things.
This scene right here?
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny's getting fucked up and we're getting Future Foundation.
But who do you think he's hugging here?
Oh, his sister.
Do you think so? Because look at the hair.
Maybe Franklin. Maybe Franklin.
I think it's Franklin too. And obviously this is an incursion happening.
Yeah.
I think this is I actually don't know because a lot of people think that this is like the end of the movie.
It might be. It could be.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know how to evaluate this.
Me either. It's kind of like I just need to see how this plays out because damn, Johnny's been put through it, bro. When it comes to Franklin, I mean, shit, he put his body out there to save his life, and the Fantastic Four, he was ready to die.
Yeah.
And then this time it's like, damn, I gotta die with my nephew in my arms. This is crazy. But my only thing is like, why would they kill Franklin off if he's so integral to this story?
I think that Franklin's going to end up being one of the most important characters in Secret Wars, and that we're not going to see anything of it because they don't want to spoil anything. But he's probably going to be responsible for the new MCU universe timeline.
Yep.
Will return as brothers and sisters.
Why is he not healing?
Why are you DPSing, Gambit?
Yeah. My man is slamming instead of healing.
That's a sick shot. And look at the Sentinel feet in the background.
I am so glad. Okay, so to kind of tell you a little bit of context. So when I was a kid, the original it was 97, but
yeah,
when I was growing up, I mean, I was only 7, 8 years old when that series came out, and my dad was like into it as well. And one of the things he always said when the X-Men movies came out, he was like, outside of what was it, Days of Future Past, where they had the Sentinels that were like reanimating themselves based on like the genetic DNA of the mutant that they were fighting or whatever. They were scary, but that's not the Sentinels that we wanted. We wanted to see these dudes with the big ass boots. You know what I'm saying? like this. This gives me the feeling of what my dad has always said. I need the Sentinels to be scary as fuck. And this is a great display of like the Sentinels are badass. So I'm glad that we got this shot right here, and that Mr. Marsden himself has kind of got his redemption because he was a bitch the whole time in the original X-Men, bro. Just
give me Patrick
Jimmy.
Schwarzenegger.
I'm on board with that.
Mark my words.
The scene that everybody rage baited over right here.
I wish Sue's force fields were blue, but
yeah. And of course, the scene that everybody's losing their mind on is blocking with 2 fingers.
I mean, that doesn't bother me at all. I've seen people mad about the CGI. I mean, I think it looks fine.
Yeah, I think it looks fine.
They're gonna touch up the green screen a little bit, but like the lightning and the effects look fine.
Yeah. And I love the way I'm trying to freeze framing on this.
That's not RDJ, bro? Maybe I'm tripping balls, but like that's not him, bro.
That's Mads Mikkelsen, bro. I don't think it's him either, bro.
It reminds me of the reveal at Comic-Con before he takes the mask off. Some guy in the crowd's like, "It's fucking Jared Leto."
Yeah.
We're going to need a miracle.
Cuts to some random dude in a fucking Gymshark t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Let me go back here. There's somebody standing behind him.
Yeah, there is. That's is that the Doom Witch?
I don't know. Everybody's speculating if that's Steve's son.
That could be what's her name? Blue chick. Mystique.
It might be Mystique. The way that the feet are, it might be Namor with the wings.
No, that's a woman, bro. You could tell. No, never mind. Maybe not. No, that's not. I thought that was like a skirt. No, that's not. That's just 2 legs.
But you see at the bottom, it looks like maybe wings are on the feet. But
maybe
that skin tone doesn't match up with Namor's though.
I don't know. I can't tell, bro.
Yeah. Got Gymshark, Steve Rogers right here. This bothered me more than anything. It's the first thing I told you when I saw this trailer. It's like, that's not fucking Steve. And I think everybody knows that this is What was the theory that you had told me about the timelines?
Okay, so here's what I said, but I think I kind of just proved myself thinking the other day because we saw old man Joe Biden, Steve, but I'll say it anyway. So I had this thought that when Steve goes back in time to put the stones back where they belong and he lives his life out with Peggy, it's neither confirmed nor denied, but for the sake of my argument, I'll say that it was confirmed that the Steve in that timeline, if everything went how it had went when Steve got frozen, the Steve that got frozen in that timeline is still frozen there when our Steve goes back. So maybe the Steve that's frozen gets discovered by Hydra and becomes Captain Hydra, and it's potential that the Steve we're seeing is the one that was discovered, and this is Captain Hydra pretending to be the real Steve Rogers. I think that's a possibility. Maybe the Steve that we know and love has nothing to do with this, and that's Captain Hydra.
When you said that, I was like, you know what? That makes sense because when they went back in Endgame, all their, I guess you could call them variants,
Yeah.
all of their variants of the original Captain America and Thor, they were all there intact. It wasn't like they were just plucked out of reality and were fit in with the new people. But yeah, that would totally make sense. Now, I mean, let me go ahead and play the rest of the trailer. Well, it's just him smiling. My thing about like the him smiling and everything that kind of gave it away for me is like, think about all the times that something was going down drastic that Captain America was not the one smiling. He was optimistic, but you never saw him just like cheesing. He was always like, man, it's great to see you. But in these times, desperate times call for desperate measures. And we really got this wouldn't be Steve like, oh, hey buddy, I got thanks for giving me the hammer back. And which hammer is this? Because this is very important. Is this the one that is broke? It is the one that's broken.
Okay.
Didn't he go back in time with the hammer that wasn't broken that Thor grabbed out of the timeline?
Maybe.
So I think that's another dead giveaway because why wouldn't Steve come back with the one that he had when he went back in time?
Cut to the next shot of just him with the hammer. Okay, yeah. I don't see any green or yellow accents. Like I'm trying to look for clues of Hydra, but it's just all black.
Yeah. I mean, the comic where, Captain Hydra happened, he was still worthy. So this is not like that. This is impossible. It doesn't matter if you're a good guy or a bad guy. Like it just, whatever determines that person's worthy.
I mean, I'd argue Thor is a bloodthirsty fucking maniac and he's still worthy. So
yeah. So, I mean, it's all of this is very interesting to the integrity of this movie for sure. And, a lot of people can speculate and we can speculate to our heads spin, but I think the one thing that's important to know is you got to be optimistic. Number one. Number two, a lot of these theories are probably going to be proven right, but the one thing that we're scared of is Secret Wars is already a very, it's not, I don't want to say it's complicated, it's complex.
It also depends on which version they're adapting, which from everything I see, it's the 2015 Jonathan Hickman version.
And they better bring Jonathan Hickman to be a screenwriter. Why don't they do that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I mean, the best way to tell somebody that we enjoyed your work and you're integral to the story, change that story just a little bit to fit our narrative for the movies, but we want as much impact of what you did in the comics on screen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the DCU does that. They have Tom King, who's a horrible writer and ruined Batman, but like they still brought him on.
Yeah. Nasty work, man. Nasty work. But that's the Doomsday trailer, man. We gave you the all 22 version of what everybody else is were doing when it came to that. But let's get into some of these some of the things that are being sent around. Let me go back. Let's see. Let's first pull out pull out this right here because I think that this is very, very interesting. Share screen.
Is that a John Elway or a Bucky Irving creamsicle jersey?
That's a John Lynch.
Oh, John Lynch. Oh, I could only see the 7.
Yeah. So first of all, there's a lot of speculation around this right here, of who the witches are. What
It's
the
Wanda.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm not very sure on. Is it just one Latverian witch, or is there multiple?
That changes everything. If it's just one, then it's going to be Wanda, guaranteed. But
That's what I'm saying. And that mask is very similar to the mask that the original Doctor Doom had at the end of Fantastic Four as well.
yeah,
But the symbols, like on the little circular chess pieces right there, are very similar to the new suit that Doctor Doom is wearing.
I mean, just look at the way the face is constructed, though. That looks like Elizabeth Olsen's like face shape.
I mean, it just looks like a mannequin to me, man.
Maybe I'm reading too far into this shit,
But we do know that like he's had witches or followers that have practiced in the mystic arts as well. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's one. It is a great possibility that this is Wanda. If it's multiple, then that changes the whole dynamic of all this shit.
if this bitch is Agatha, then it just ruins everything. I never watched that show, by the way, and I have no intention to.
Me either. I really don't. I really have no interest in really watching it either. Mostly all the TV shows. Like, I still have to watch Wonder Man at this point.
Me
You
too.
know what I'm saying?
Me too.
And everybody says it's really good, so I'm not opposed to watching it if that's the case. The other thing here is, dang, we sent each other a whole bunch of stuff. And I guess we can kind of cut over to Spider-Man a little bit. Let's see, because this is one of the big news that came out today, which indeed put a smile on my face for sure, because I told you I was gonna have to uninstall Twitter and every social media until I figured out exactly what the hell was going on here. So
Thank God.
but yes, Sadie Sink was confirmed to not be playing Jean Grey.
I'm not even sure if she's in the movie at this point. It's all just a psyop.
Yeah, I mean she's definitely in the movie because she's there doing
Yeah, I mean,
marketing stuff.
yeah, I'm just fucking around, but still.
I mean, I told you I think that it could possibly be, Spider Gwen, like Gwen Stacy.
What if the simplest explanation is like the easiest one? Like literally, what if it's just Mary Jane Watson?
I mean, I had that thought too.
I mean, look at the hair. Would it not make sense?
Or, damn, now we're gonna get down the rabbit hole because I thought about that at one point, and I was just like, how would that make sense? Because they're all in well, all his friends are about to graduate college now, so it would kind of conflict on that whole storyline. But what if Sadie Sink's character is Mary Jane? She's from another timeline, but she was in a relationship with Spider-Man.
Oh my God,
and her
bro.
Spider-Man looked exactly like Tom Holland, and she's trying to explain to him that like I'm your love interest.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Or what if it's the storyline where it's Mary Jane but she's Spider-Man?
That's a possibility. I mean, I've said that it might be a Spider-Woman variant.
I think that's more likely to be the case because if it's what's his name that they're saying, the Jackal, right?
Yeah.
If it's the Jackal and they're trying to catch him and he's putting his consciousness in all these different bodies, it's better that the one Spider-Man thing is that he has that sixth sense.
They could be setting up the Clone Saga, bro.
They could be, but to go back to your point, if she's a variant of Spider-Man or a Spider-Woman, then having two people that can detect that with their sixth sense is better than just Tom doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe that's why she's. I think, just like you said, I'm have to be in agreement here because I think Doomsday is going to be a lot of nostalgia, and I'm just scared because we know Secret Wars and we know how things should be set up. This movie, Brand New Day, gives me more hope than Doomsday. I think it's going to be the better movie by the time it's all said and done.
I mean, yeah, I don't even think Doomsday is going to be the second best comic book movie of the year. I think it'll be good, but I think Clayface is going to be better as a movie.
Clayface. Yeah, let's get into that, man. I know you're more the DC guy than I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been. I mean, just naturally reading comic books, right? You're either gonna swing one way or the other.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm pretty even, but like if I could zoom in on my shelf, so many of those trade paperbacks are just Batman. Like that is
most
my
of my
number one guy.
omnibuses and everything are Marvel,
Yeah.
and then you throw a bunch of Spawn in there too. Like, but that's just me.
I need to get into Spawn, man. I really do. I'm just gonna pick up some of the omnibuses because I've never read Spawn.
It's the same guy that's been writing it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what I like. I mean, they're on what, Spawn 400, just still ongoing.
Yeah, 300 came out. I want to say 5 years ago.
And I'm a huge Todd McFarlane fan, so it's kind of a
And
disgrace.
I haven't read anything past 300, and I have 300 back there, and that was the last one I stopped at. But yeah, I mean, he's constantly kept this thing going. But yeah, it is. All of those are interesting to read as long as like, people kind of pump their brakes on like the power scaling thing, and Spawn is not going to beat some of your best heroes.
I saw
just is what
Spawn
it is.
versus Silver Surfer. I'm like, Silver Surfer would
Silver
beat
Surfer-
his shit up, bro.
Silver Surfer will put him in a toaster, bro. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close. Like, I don't understand what people are so confused about. Like, yes, Spawn is a really cool character. He's very intimidating.
And Jamie
But,
Foxx is never gonna play him.
They're actually filming right now.
Oh, they're filming right now?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were still in the process of writing it for like the last fucking 15
No,
years.
I think the last update I saw is that they literally were in production of like shooting the movie now.
Oh, nice. Is Todd McFarlane directing it? Because I know that was his original plan, or is he just...
He's got his fingerprint on a lot. Of it.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say directing would be crazy, but I mean, if he's just doing oversight, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, personally, he wanted Jamie Foxx to play him too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how it's going to work because it's, being a director versus a comic book writer and a
Two
comic
very
book
different
artist
things.
are two totally different things. So we could talk about Brian Michael Bendis and the rest of these dudes coming in and writing screenplays, but it might not.
I mean, I'm
different.
sure they could write screenplays, but I don't know about directing a movie. That's a totally different experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to know cameras, you got to know lighting, you got to know audio, you got to know how to work with actors. Just because you can write, I mean, it's like Zack Snyder. I think Zack Snyder is a incredible filmmaker, but he does not know how to write DC. So, I mean, it's two different skill sets.
Yeah, for sure. You asked me a question earlier, and I think we'll kind of end it off with this because I know you haven't seen the Odyssey, so that'll kind of be like our next episode, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I'm seeing that on Saturday.
Yeah, I have my thoughts on that too. Like I told you, I think it's a great movie, but I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think people are exaggerating literally on both sides of the spectrum.
Well, it's like every time Christopher Nolan drops a movie, people say it's a masterpiece, which I mean, a lot of the time it is. Like Oppenheimer, best biopic ever. His Batman trilogy, besides Dark Knight Rises, that shit's ass. But Batman Begins and The Dark Knight is great. They're not faithful adaptations, but they're really good movies. What else? Dunkirk, that's Nolan, right? I believe so. That was good. Memento is my favorite movie ever. So Christopher Nolan's a great director. So I understand the hype.
Yeah. If Momento's your favorite, The Prestige is my favorite movie of all time. So
I forgot he did that. I've never seen The Prestige, man. I need to watch that. We need to do a Christopher Nolan tier list.
Yeah, because there's a couple that I haven't seen. So like Tenet.
I've never seen Tenet. The one thing I know about Tenet is Robert Pattinson said halfway through reading the screenplay he didn't know what the movie was about.
That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, we should do a Christopher Nolan tier list. I think Yeah, that'll be some good homework for us for like a month from now, where like the
Yeah.
dust has
I've
settled
seen
down.
most of his shit. I'm only missing a few movies.
Yeah, I mean, all the Dark Knights, Memento, The Prestige.
Dunkirk, Oppenheimer.
I haven't seen Dunkirk. I've seen
I
Interstellar.
saw it once. It's been a while. Interstellar, I've seen. Obviously, that's a masterpiece.
Yeah, Inception. I need to watch again.
Not a fan. Not a
Yeah,
fan.
I need to watch that again. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple that he did it like in his early days too. So like, just need to wrap it all up and put
Yeah.
in a nice little bow and be like, we're the anti grifters here, man. Like, I mean, there's a difference whenever you guys watch this channel. There's gonna be a difference between like, if you want me and Logan's review on like the technical side of everything, like, is it really worth an Academy Award? We're gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But then on the other side of that, when I give my 0 out of 10 rating on a movie, it's mostly gonna be if I enjoyed it or not.
Yeah. I mean, that's the most important part.
I mean, because there's some movies that I've enjoyed in the past that people hate, like The Eternals. I love The Eternals, bro. I thought it was a great movie. Now, there are some flaws, but you got to think about from my standpoint. I've been reading, been reading comic books a long time, and just like seeing Makari and all those people on the screen, Gilgamesh and all those people, and then everything coming together. Like, I thought it was cool the way they had did everything, but I mean,
I
at the
think
end of
The
day,
Amazing
people hate it.
Spider-Man 1 is great, and people don't really like that movie. I mean, me and you both think Andrew's the best Spider-Man, but like, I don't just think he's the best Spider-Man. I think The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is a really good movie. 2, I'm not even going to talk about that. But 1 is a really good movie, and I know people hate on it, but I like it.
There was not a sense of direction for I enjoyed the second one. I didn't walk out. Again, it's like my rating. Like, if you gave me a 0 out of 10, what would I rate TASM 2? I'd probably give it like a 7, because I enjoyed most
The
of it.
thing with The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is you could see the idea, and you could see they were only a few steps shy of having a really good movie, but they just couldn't hit the nail on the head, unfortunately. But The Amazing Spider-Man 1, I mean, people will dislike the Lizard's motivations, but if you read the Lizard's first appearance in Stanley and Steve Ditko's run, his motivation is literally just to turn people into fucking lizards. I mean, what else are you really going to do with the character, bro? I mean, you could do Shed, which is a solid storyline. You could do Torment, but I don't think they were really going to use the witch bitch from that storyline that I forget the name of. But I mean, I thought it was fine.
Well, to that as well, reading a character, you have to understand why he wants to turn people into lizards too.
It sounds like, retarded, but I mean,
it sounds stupid, but you have to understand that the dude is a lizard when he's in that state.
He thinks it's the next step of human evolution. And you also have to humble yourself and realize you could say it's corny, but you're watching a story about a guy who dresses in red and blue pajamas and shoots fucking webs.
Yep. It's that. It's also the fact that he's a scientist, so doing the next thing is always on his mind. And then also he's kind of in a hive mind as well. Like,
exactly,
lizards are it's all three of those things that we mentioned. Yeah. And if people just like want to look back, this is stupid ass shit. And ain't nobody anyway, you're waiting to turn everybody to lizards, and it's kind of like, why should a movie have to explain all of this shit down to the? If they just gave him molecules.
The white, like you said a few days ago, if they just gave him the white lab coat, and like I said, if they just gave him the long Todd McFarlane snout, I feel like this would be a different conversation with people. But
because he was a beast.
The design, I mean, they made him look like a fucking like toe fungus. I don't know what the design was doing, but like if they just gave him the snout and the lab coat, it would have been fine.
I mean, he looked like my cousin, ugly as shit. It was crazy. I was like, damn, you look like the lizard from TASM 2, bro.
They went like
TASM 1.
When I think of the lizard, I think of more. I mean, if there's anyone that knows reptiles, like in a knoll, it's the basic green lizard with the long snout. They went with more of like the skink look with like the really short, stubby face. I think that was a really bad choice.
Yo, you know what he looked like? He looked like Apocalypse, bro. That's exactly what he looked like, bro. And shit looked like Apocalypse, but a lizard version of him, bro. That shit is nasty work.
It looked horrible.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew had the look. he had the. We always talk about like the build to me. Like when you look at Gambit, for example, like Channing Tatum's not fat, but he's too big to
He's a
play.
big dude, bro.
Like he's big, buff dude. I look at my Gambit as kind of like a slender, slender Cajun dude,
Like
bro.
like a Charlie Cox or like Robert Pattinson build.
Yeah, because if you're doing all that acrobatic shit with the, what was the first dude that played Gambit? What the fuck was his name?
Shit, bro. Hold on.
Wolverine. What was it? Wolverine Origins. Origins. Gambit. I still think he looks better than what's his face? Than Channing Tatum. Taylor Kitsch.
Yep. Yeah, he's a pretty good actor.
And I mean, he had the accent and everything too.
Yeah.
And people want to just Wolverine Origins sucks ass. So even F Gambit in that movie.
The Blob.
Yeah, that's nasty work. Or what was his name? Will I Am's character.
Yeah.
That movie was trash. But yeah, going back to Andrew, like the body shape too. Like,
a long, slender, like you could picture this guy being an acrobat. It's like that Nightwing build. Like it just makes sense.
he talked shit while he was fighting you.
Yeah.
And then the one thing that Tom doesn't have that people don't talk about enough, the dude's not an intellectually smart dude when it comes to like book shit.
Yeah.
And Andrew had that too. I mean, when he was trying to find out where his dad was working in his lab.
And Toby was inspired by the Stan Lee Steve Ditko run, so he was just a fucking loser incel nerd. But like, I mean, he had the intellect.
Well, the one thing that people talk about Andrew's character is like, oh, he's skateboarder kind of cool kid.
I
like,
thought the skater shit was kind of dumb, but like I can get over it.
I can too. Like the dude can't have any athletic prowess. Like
I mean, people will say that making Spider-Man not like some loser weirdo is a bad decision because it's not his character, but they'll be okay with what they did to Thor in Ragnarok.
That, yeah, exactly.
So it's like, what are you talking about?
I mean, to me,
And I liked Ragnarok, just to clarify. Obviously, I mean, everyone loves that movie.
and to me, a lot of the nerds that I ended up going to school with that were the Peter Parker dudes. Some of them skateboarded, bro. Like it just is what it is. I didn't think that they were like some athletic, like Tony Hawk being a skateboard freak. Skateboard got them from point A to point B, motherfucker. Like that's what they had it for. They weren't walking around like they were the cool kids. Like I don't know. I think that shit's just completely overblown too. But yeah, the whole TASM thing, man. We're on the same page with that. Like Andrew's the shit. Andrew's the shit. And it's if it would have got the love that it got now, there'd be no way that we wouldn't have a TASM 3.
Yeah.
And that's a shame that we never will be able to say that. But last thing, man, we talked about the Clayface trailer a little bit, man. This shit looks excellent. I love the fact that they are going through the millionaire playboy storyline, him getting his face cut up and shit. It's a tragic story. It's not the fact that the dude was just trying to do everything he could to get his face back, and it was like, man, fuck it, yeah, just do the trial. I love it, bro.
I love it. It's like it's comic booky in the best way possible, and people are like, "This is the substance. This is the substance, bro." The substance was based off the Feet of Clay episode from Batman the Animated Series. You're totally fucking backwards, bro. Clayface's origin is what inspired the substance. Which, by the way, hot take: that movie's overrated as fucking and terrible. I hated the substance
when it got to the end when the whole stage shit and everything. I was
so
like, yo,
stupid, bro.
This shit is goofy.
I'm watching, bro. I'm like 30 minutes into the movie. These bitches are oiled up, shaking ass. I'm like, yo, what? This shit is horrible, bro. The movie was not good, but that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah, it is different, man. Though it's tragic. It's not a bitch that wants to look young.
Yeah,
this dude was like, his face was everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to think about, I got a bunch of money. I can do whatever I want. And so I'm going to do everything to try to get my face back. Like, that was his thing. That's what was, everybody knew him for. So, and I get it, man. I am excited to see what the transformation is like, because if he don't look like a big ass dookie monster, then
Well,
I think we're
he
going.
does, because this is, I don't know if you watched the show that came out, but this is the same Clayface from Creature Commandos, and he is like the Clayface monster. So we are going to get to see that.
With the fucked up teeth and all that.
Yeah. And if Batman, I don't expect the actor to be revealed because they don't have a cast yet. If Batman doesn't appear in this movie as like a silhouette, like cameo, I'm gonna be mad. Like, just show a silhouette of Batman, or like show the signal or something, bro.
Yeah, that Clayface trailer was, to me, it was better than. I mean, I like the Spider-Man trailers, and I understand they're kind of keeping it a lot. It's a lot that they're throwing at you. They're trying to tell you like this movie is gonna be convoluted, but this
Yeah.
trailer's not gonna make a ton of sense, and they're trying to keep everything under wraps. I mean, I don't think those trailers are fucking amazing. It is better than those trailers, and the Doomsday trailer to me. Like, I was invested from the first shot. I was like,
Yeah.
it looks good cinematography wise too. Like,
On a small budget compared to a lot of other comic book movies.
yeah. So I'm gonna reverse the question back to you. We're gonna get out of here. You asked me about villains that I think should get origin stories. Who would be your villain that you would give an origin story to outside of Clayface?
I think Scarecrow would be cool. I think Hugo Strange would be cool. I thought Craven would have been cool, and then Sony dropped that that movie, which I haven't watched and I don't plan on watching. I think a sort of like Inglorious Bastards revisionist history style thing for Red Skull would be cool. You could do a Nazi Germany type thing with that. What else? No, not really Abomination. I think Batman just has so many guys with so much potential. Spider-Man, I mean, maybe Norman Osborn, but I feel like we all kind of know that story already. It doesn't need too much explanation. Maybe Darkseid. I think you talked about a potential Darkseid movie.
Yeah, the thing with Darkseid being young, trying to be the most powerful dude out there, and it wasn't like he was in search for it, right? It kind of came onto him as kind of like a drug, and then he killed his brother, and then he was just so consumed by darkness, and that shit is cool as fuck to me, like, because it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was like he inherited the evil side. It wasn't like he was seeking it out. He just became a natural villain. Like, I think that would be cool. And if you wanted to set up a big bad and you want to do it better than what Marvel did with any of these characters, that's how you do it.
Well, Rob Liefeld was on a podcast talking about how he wanted to see a New Gods movie that involved Darkseid. So I think that'd be cool. I think you want to go more into the horror aspect. A Batman Who Laughs movie in the Elseworlds would be awesome. That would be fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be cool too.
Lex Luthor. I mean, everyone likes Nicholas Hoult, so I think he can make for a good movie solo.
Yep. I honestly think Mr. Freeze, man. I think that would be a dope ass origin story too. To do even Poison Ivy, just her being was it, a botanist?
Well, yeah, James Gunn, if you're listening, bro, you're not, but like I hope you are. There's this series of comics that dropped recently called One Bad Day, and it's inspired by the Joker's line in The Killing Joke, talking about how one bad day can drive you insane. And it's just a couple series of the origin story of Batman villains. They did one for Clayface, they did one for Joker, they did one for Catwoman, they did one for Scarecrow. Just make like a 5-part HBO Max series where you have like a 1-hour special showing the origin of the most popular Batman villains. I think that would be a banger. That'd get a lot of views on HBO Max.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't got to make a $200 million movie. Just do a TV show.
Right. Yeah, I think that would be really dope as well.
Animate it. Make it cheaper. Do an animation version.
Yeah, and just say that, hey, all of this is connected through, we're still, you wouldn't even have to, what would be really dope is if they already casted all the villains that they want to do, and have them come in and do their voice, but they don't
Yeah.
reveal who the actors are until the end. Like it's like, I know that that's the dude's voice, but I just can't confirm it yet.
I will say this though, and I'd like to do a full podcast talking about this potentially. Actually, a 3-part build up for like a legit, not the Christopher Nolan bullshit that sucked, a legitimate 3-part Nightfall adaptation. Where in the first part you show Bane's true origin story, living in the prison, growing up, and then hearing about Batman from the other inmates and saying, because Bane and Craven are very similar. It's about just taking down the guy that they think is number one, like the biggest hunt.
It's a hunt and a trophy kill for sure.
So you could show Bane's origin story, and then in the second part, you could show Batman being run down by the villains in Arkham being let loose by Bane, and in the third part, you could do him getting broken, the Azrael storyline, and then him eventually coming back. I thought the shit that they did with Bruce coming back in The Dark Knight Rises was inspirational, and I thought Tom Hardy was a cool character, but that was not Bane, bro. You need to cast a Hispanic guy to play Bane. Why did you cast a white dude to play Bane? I will never understand that, bro. Same with Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul. What the fuck are we doing here, bro?
Yep. I honestly think what would be really interesting is if they want to reboot a character that they fucking killed off and everybody thought was terrible, but they want to bring them back in the new timeline that they're doing. My boy Taskmaster needs his redemption, because you can even start it out where, again, like you're saying, like maybe a 1 episode, an hour-long episode of like
the Punisher special they just did.
Yeah, where they show him as like a child and he's demonstrating like the unusual abilities, and why I think he was watching like a cowboy show on TV or something like that, and he was duplicating like all the
Taskmaster's
a
badass character, bro.
Yeah, because I mean,
we need to see him fight Deadpool, bro. Oh my god,
the photographic reflexes that he has to just fuck with everybody. Nobody's saying that Taskmaster is this fucking villain that is impossible to kill.
He's just a cool character.
It's kind of, the way to do it is kind of like how you did in the Spider-Man 1 game, where he just comes out of nowhere and just to annoy the fuck out of you, and then it pieces out. Like, I'm gonna keep you on your toes, Spider-Man. All right, I'm out. And it's kind
better
of
than the fucking screwball side mission. Oh my god, bro! I wanted to kill myself during those.
Sadie Sink.
No, no.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. We'll be able to chop this one up. I'm gonna make a TikTok and everything, so we have we can make these clips.
Yo, escape pod, we're coming for that ass.
I'm the hat guy now. I'm hat guy now.
Put in the whoa Rob Liefeld clip.
Nah, man, we just we love comic books, and we know that these movies are not going to be everything comic book related, but some of these people's takes, like. Before I get out of here, man, the one thing
Magnesites.
The one thing that annoys me the most is like people saying that like Doom is not as powerful, and it's kind of like, do y'all not know that when we can talk about his dad and his mom, dying and then being sent to hell and being pretty much a servant for Mephisto because she wanted to save all her people and all that shit, and it made a blood oath with him. And then when Doom found out that was like his sole purpose of like building a machine that fucked up his face, and Reed came and said, "Your shit's fucked up. I got the code right here." And he's like, "Nah, fuck you, Reed." And went in and fucked his face up and everything. And it's like, even the suit itself, like he was making technology that was being able to say the incantations and shit of the spells in the way that it's supposed to be spoken faster than what he could do, and having runes and shit that can block spells and everything inside the suit. Like, people don't know. It's like, not only was the suit made by the monks, or not the monks, but I think he went to, it was a Tibetan monks that build his shit. Like
Bruce Wayne style.
He went to go train with them, and then he made them his servants. Like, no, y'all gonna build my shit now. Thank you. But like, people just don't understand. Like, that suit is like a nuclear fucking bomb too.
Yeah.
So for him just to be able to block Stormbreaker, it's like, dude, he literally told Doctor Strange, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm the Sorcerer Supreme now. And Doctor Strange is like, you got it. You got it. Yes, sir. He's
I saw someone tweet like, I thought he was just an evil politician in a metal suit of armor. Nah, bro.
well, this is why they need to have more movies to set this up, because the one thing that we fear is that they are rushing into
God Emperor Doom.
We've done so bad, or not have done a good job to win our fans over since we killed off Tony Stark and ended Endgame.
They should have waited like 5 years after Endgame, bro.
And we've been mediocre after mediocre. We need to put out 2 movies just like Infinity War and Endgame. And then I hope they don't rush this shit. I think that who's the director that's doing Spider-Man now?
The guy who did Shang-Chi.
And Tom Holland came out and said, I was not going to play Spider-Man unless he wanted to accept a script that really gave Spider-Man justice. So I will give Tom his credit for that.
Well, Tom Holland said he was going online telling the guys at the MCU that what the fans wanted based on what he was seeing online and on podcasts and stuff.
And he said when he read the script from Homie, he was like, yo, you're doing it justice.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I have a lot of hope for this too, because how the fuck are you getting John Berthal to come in this movie and all these other great actors
bro,
as well?
The clip of him being scared of the Hulk was hilarious, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said the CTE wore off real quick.
Right. Last thing before we get out of here, one prediction that me and Logan have for this movie is when the spell happened with Doctor Strange at the end of the last Spider-Man movie. Everybody forgot. Well, everybody's mind was wiped on who Spider-Man was.
The Hulk's gonna remember.
The Hulk remembers, but not Bruce Banner.
And one thing that it's probably not going to happen. One thing that I would like to see, I forget which comic it was in, but the Spider-Man was able to defeat the Hulk by making him laugh and having him calm down. I would like to see that happen in Brand New Day. It's probably not, but I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be dope. Well, that's it for us, man. We're going to get out of here. We'll see y'all for episode 2 whenever we feel like recording it, probably sometime after. I want to have a really good discussion about the Odyssey because that movie was ingrained in my DNA, just like comic books were at a young age. But again, there's a lot of people that grift out there. They just don't enjoy shit whatsoever.
Misery is what's fun, apparently.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to start forest fires with anybody out there. If that's your style, that's your style. But enjoy life, man. Enjoy life for what it brings at you. But I'm Dante. This is Logan, and we'll talk to you guys later, man. Peace.